Hey everybody, welcome to the ranch. Today I'm discussing crunchy marshmallows. Well, not really, but it's kind of what I'm discussing. This video is going to be about what I like to dehydrate and some things that I don't. It's a part of a 25 channel collaboration hosted by Diane, the Canning Nana. Make sure you go in the description box down below, check out all the links, check out these great channels because they're telling you what they like to dehydrate and what they like to can, as well as what they don't on both accounts. So you're not going to want to miss the great videos coming out through the end of March. Today's video, specifically about dehydrating for us. And then at the end of the month, on March 30th, we're going to be putting out our video on what we like to can and some things we don't. So let me tell you all about what I like to dehydrate and some things that I don't. Okay, marshmallows. These are probably one of my favorite things to dehydrate. I'm not even kidding you. Marshmallows. Who would have thought that marshmallows would have been so much fun to dehydrate? My kids love them. I love them, and I would eat it right now on camera, but I don't want to do that to you guys, okay? But marshmallows are so amazing to dehydrate. They're so fun, and their crunch is unmatched. Check out my shorts video if you haven't seen that yet that I posted yesterday talking about the collaboration. My boy is eating some marshmallows, and at the end of it, I might actually chomp into one too. But marshmallows are really fun to dehydrate, mainly because you go from a really awesome, soft, squishy to a nice crunch. I'm making a huge mess. Anyway, they're super crunchy and they are so sweet. You don't need a ton to really satisfy that sweet tooth. So marshmallows are probably one of my most favorite things that I like to dehydrate, and I will totally do it time and time again. Now, one of the things you'll notice is on my jars that I dehydrate, they don't have the rings on them. I usually vacuum seal them so they stay fresh long, and I just take the rings off out of habit. And that's one of the ways I know that they're vacuum sealed inside. These I popped off so that we could do our video and so that I could take them out and eat some because they're just delicious. Now, marshmallows are definitely one of those things that I will dehydrate again. I love to dehydrate them, and I'm going to do it time and time again. Another thing that we really like to dehydrate here on the ranch is fruit. I love to dehydrate fruit. This is some really fun. I actually had some oranges. I had some oranges that were going to go bad. And so what I did was I took them and dehydrated them before they went bad. You can use dehydrated oranges and all kinds of things. You can even take it and put it on a pot with some cinnamon sticks and have a wonderful aroma throughout your house during the seasons. Dehydrated fruit like oranges, nectarines, all kinds of dehydrated fruit is really awesome. And it's a really great way to preserve it long term. Not only can you preserve it this way when it's just the plain, you can actually candy it, and I think you can dehydrate it candied too. I tried it one time. I'm not an expert. There's some really great videos out there on candied oranges that you can dehydrate that way and preserve. Amazing. Definitely want to check it out. So I love to dehydrate marshmallows. I love to dehydrate some fruit. We even dehydrated pineapples before. It was really great. I love dehydrating those things. They actually are just really fun snacks for the kids, as well as they just, like I said, the fruit is awesome if you put it in some boiling water on your stove on a low simmer, and you can kind of have your little simmer pot of your wonderful smells throughout the house. Now, another thing that I really enjoy dehydrating is all the fresh grown herbs that I grow in my garden. I love to take herbs like, for instance, well, this is my green onions, for instance. I love to take some of the things that I'm growing out in my garden and dehydrate them. Now, I wasn't an expert at dehydrating earlier this year. I mean, I'm still really learning a lot of these things, and practice makes better, not perfect, because nobody's ever perfect. But I will tell you, oh my goodness, these onions smell great. These little green onions that I was so proud of, and I didn't want to lose them because what do you do with all these vegetables and fruits that you grow throughout the season? Well, dehydrating is one way to preserve them. So dehydrated onions, dehydrated celery is another one that I really like. I'm not a big fan of celery, y'all. I mean, like, I know I look like I eat celery all the time, but I don't. Celery, it's just got this thing about it, but I never ever have it on hand. So some of my celery, I put it in the dehydrator a little too long. And if you look, you can see it's kind of dark. Can you see that? Can you see that right there? I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of darkish. Well, The reason why I think it got so dark was because I dehydrated a little too long. So dehydrating is also something you really have to play with and learn. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And honestly, I love having celery now on hand because I don't buy it at the store a lot. I feel like whenever we buy it, it doesn't always get used. So last year I grew my own celery and I was able to use it all by dehydrating it and have it ready. Now I have it anytime I need it for any of the soups or recipes that I have to make for my family. Now, we're not soup people. My husband just doesn't like soup, and that's totally fine. I love soup. I love vegetable soup. I love all those things. So whenever I have a hankering for some soup, I've got celery on hand now to throw in the things that I need. Another thing that I really like to dehydrate are, besides my vegetables and my herbs, well, another one of my herbs I'm going to say is stevia. I'm really excited about this because stevia was really hard for me to grow at first, and I was able to grow this stevia leaf. And then what I did was, and I wanted to show you this one in particular because this was one of the herbs that I powdered. And I thought it was so cool because now I have my own stevia powder. Now, obviously it doesn't look like the stuff you buy at the store because the stuff at the store isn't green. Look, I'm all green for March, guys. Anyway, all the green stevia powder, this is natural, guys. This is not bought at the store. This is not bleached. This is natural. And so one of the things I love about it is knowing that I'm able to put the sweet stevia leaf ground up powder into my iced tea or my hot tea or anything I want to sweeten. This is the way to do it, guys. So you take your herbs, you take your sweeteners, whatever you're growing outside, and you can grind it, and then you can dehydrate it, and then you can grind it. It's really been a fun thing for us. That's one of the things 100 times over I will preserve through dehydration time and time again. And the last thing that I love to dehydrate for sure are my peppers. I've told you already that I like to preserve from my garden. Well, this jar right here, a big giant pickle jar from, I don't even know how long ago. And you can see we have a silica gel packet in there, but these are dehydrated peppers. And if you look really close, these are a mixture of a ton of hot peppers that, and some of them are a little sweet, but mainly all of these are hot peppers that I grew in our garden over 2 years ago. Eric has been building this pile of hot peppers, and you're gonna see, I believe we have a video clip. You can see a little clip of that video that we did where he was actually dehydrating the peppers and using them up so that we can have them for long term. These are fantastic to throw in smaller jars, and that's what we do. My mother-in-law even comes over and grabs a scoop out of here, puts it in her smaller jars, and so when we need cayenne peppers or some sort of pepper shaker, hot peppers to season things, we've got it. Who needs to go to the store to buy hot pepper flakes? We've got them right there, growing in our garden, dehydrated and ready to go at any time. So those are the things that I really enjoy dehydrating. I've not even touched on the fact that people love to dehydrate like fruit roll-ups and things like that. I haven't even gotten there. I've tried before and it's not my jam. So maybe that goes on the list of things I really don't like dehydrating. I tried to dehydrate like fruit and like to make my own roll-ups and stuff like that years ago. And my kids really don't eat that stuff normally. So when I made it for them, they were like, oh, this is great. But it wasn't like they had much to compare to because we don't really eat fruit roll-ups or things like that. So it wasn't like they were really impressed. And so honestly, it didn't really do much for us. So I really don't like to do that kind of stuff. I like fruit in general, but maybe not the roll-ups. One of the main things that I'm definitely going to try to dehydrate again, but I don't really like to do it very much, is eggs. I don't know why, guys. I'm not that good at it. I've tried it twice now and I have failed both times. The first time was really not my fault. Well, okay, it was my fault for sure. But the second time, I totally just botched it again. It's just hard for me, I feel like. I feel like the right ratio of liquid to solid to like to liquid to when it's dry and when it's not, it's just too much for my brain. So eggs right now are super beneficial. Did you even know you can dehydrate eggs? Yeah, you can. I really need that freeze dryer. Eric, freeze dryer? Anyway, dehydrating eggs. It's really not my favorite to do. I'm going to keep trying it so that I have it available whenever I need it, but I have not successfully dehydrated eggs yet, and it's something that I really want to do. It's just not something I enjoy. Like right now, I could get my dehydrator out and throw a bunch of marshmallows on there, throw some fruit on there, and I would be excited as soon as it's done. Eggs, I mean, I would do it, and I do need to do it, but it's not like, woo, yes, I'm dehydrating eggs this week. Just not my favorite thing, and mainly because I'm so unsure of it, and I'm not that great at it. Maybe that's my problem. Yeah, I think so. So that's kind of it. I really enjoy dehydrating almost anything and everything I can. It's a great way to preserve all the great things we're growing here on the farm. I haven't really tried jerky yet, so if you ever tried jerky, dehydrating your own beef jerky, let me know in the comments. I would love to see how that goes and how easy it is. I can't wait to watch all the other videos on what people like to dehydrate and what they don't. I feel like I'm pretty plain with what I like to dehydrate, but I kind of just like to dehydrate everything, so maybe I'm not that plain after all. Anyway, I'm excited to share all the other things that I have in this collaboration, especially the canning portion. I do a lot more canning than I do dehydrating, but I will say that I enjoy both. And so I'm excited to share all this with you. Make sure you don't forget to check out the collaboration, all the channels involved and everything. It's gonna be a really fun rest of the month seeing all the things that people have to share. I'm excited to see what everyone else likes to dehydrate and what they don't, or what they like to can and what they really don't enjoy doing either. So stick around, check out the rest of the videos, and keep coming back for more. We've got lots to share, and there might be some outtakes at the end of this video. I'm sure there is, because I've already messed up a bunch before I even started, really. So anyway, who likes collaborating with all these other channels to share what we like to can and what we like to dehydrate, and a lot of those things that we don't? Farmers' wives do. Thanks a lot for coming by and checking out this video, and I hope you keep coming back. See ya. Hey everybody, how are you? We're here joining the ranch. Hey everybody, welcome to the ranch.